Hi guys, this is Vishal, your fitness coach. Today's topic is how to perform lunges, dynamic forward as well as dynamic reverse lunges. So let me just quickly show you the stance. So when it comes to the stance, you can just stand with your legs hip width. Keep your knees slightly soft, back arch, chest up. You can keep your hands either on your hip, or you can also keep it in front if you're not holding any weights. So eventually when you start lifting weights or holding weights, you can hold the weights in your hand using dumbbells, or you can also hold weights on your shoulders. You can use a barbell, you can use a dumbbell, you can also use bands, you can use a lot of equipment while performing a lunge. So let me just quickly show you a free hand lunge. Now where you're not using any weight, so you rather place your hands on your hip or maybe in front. So first is your stance, keep your legs hip width, knees soft, back arch, chest up. So we'll start with a dynamic reverse lunge. What you need to do is, I'll just move back, fit into the frame. You move your leg back. This is your start point. From here you will push forward. So you will move back, start point to the end point. Move back to the start point and to the end point. Let me show you the breathing technique. So whenever you move back, you breathe in. Whenever you move forward, you breathe out. Move back, breathe in, move forward, breathe out. So this is basically how you perform a dynamic reverse lunge. So let me show you it to you from the sides. So first is, you let me fit into the frame. Take your stance, move your leg back. This is your start point, and from here you move forward, and this is the end point. Move back to the start point, move forward to the end point. Let's look at it from this side. So this is how you stand. Keep your knees soft, hands on your hip, look in front, move back to the start point and to the end point. Move back, end point. Breathe in, breathe out. So the most important thing that you need to focus on while performing a reverse lunge is you make sure that you use the leg that is in the front. You're not supposed to use your back leg. Even if you do, it has to be 20% of your rear leg and 80% from your front leg, which is the leg in the front. So let me just show it from the front angle. This is how you stand. Move back using the strength of your front leg, at least 80% of it. Move forward, move back, move forward. Let me do it for the other leg. So lunge back, lunge forward, step back, forward. So what are the mistakes that can happen while you perform a reverse lunge? Let me show a few of it. So one of it is taking a stand or a stride that's too far. So if you take a stride that's too far, you end up using your rear leg. And in this particular exercise, what we want to emphasize is to use the front leg rather the rear leg. To make sure that the stance or the stride length is not too far, not too close, because if you take it too close, you end up crossing your knee ahead of your toe, which is again slightly risky for your knee joint. So this is not the right. You need to take a stride that allows you a right angle, or maybe use your leg, or maybe allows you to your knees to travel in the direction of toes but not crossing it. So these are the common mistakes what people can make while performing a dynamic reverse lunge. So this was it with the reverse lunge. Let's move on to the forward lunge. So again, the stance is quite similar. Hip width, knee soft, hands on your hips, step forward, push back. Let me just move back a little. This is how you stand. This is your start. One, two. So breathe in, move down, breathe out, move up. Breathe in, move down, breathe out, move up. Breathe in, breathe out. Step forward, breathe out and come back. Step forward, breathe out and come back. Let me show it from this angle. This is how you stand. Step forward, breathe in. Step back, breathe out. Step forward, breathe in. Step forward, breathe out. So what are the common mistakes that one can make or do while performing a forward lunge? One is, again, taking a stride which is too short and pushing the knees forward. This is where there is a lot of stress on the knees. This is something what you need to avoid. The other mistake that can happen is people end up using or lifting their heels up and pushing through their toes, which again can be slightly risky or not risky exactly, but a lot of stress on the knee joint, which you want to avoid. So lunges is a beautiful exercise, can be done unilaterally. You can also do it alternate, one leg followed by the other. Let me just show it quickly. So you can do it this way, or you can just do it unilaterally, where you finish off one side and then you move on to the other leg. So lunge is the most beautiful exercise because it emphasizes on one particular limb at a time. It helps building. This is basically how you graduate from a static lunge to a dynamic lunge and eventually to a plyometric lunge, which I will be covering in another episode of my life. So a person who wants to graduate basically, or wants to start or wants to get into plyometric lunge, should be really doing well with his dynamic lunges. So he needs to he needs to perfect his dynamic reverse lunges, dynamic forward lunges, and eventually progress onto something known as plyometric. So let me just quickly show you how it's done, one of it. So I move down and this is what the final stage of lunge, or one of the variation of lunge that one can learn or one needs to practice, especially if he's an athlete. Athletes, if you have seen any sport, majority of the athletes will find training or emphasizing a lot on unilateral movements, where they'll be using their limbs in variety of direction. So lunges is the most important movement, especially for athletes. So guys, this was it from my side for this topic, which is dynamic reverse lunge and dynamic forward lunge. I'll keep coming up with a variety of topics when it comes to fitness, when it comes to health, when it comes to supplements, when it comes to nutrition. So I hope this was more insightful for you and you've gained some knowledge and gained some form and technique. So form and technique is the most important, is the pillar which helps you to get much better, much stronger, and helps you eventually improve your performance. So lunge, beautiful exercise, can be done by an intermediate, beginner, intermediate, and also an advanced. I will recommend it more to an athlete. This is a wonderful exercise because it will help me build explosive strength, which is most required when it comes to sports. So this was it from my side. Thank you for your time and the love and support that you've been showing, especially watching my videos and helping me grow my subscribers. And if you like, please make sure to like it, share it, and also subscribe. And please, thank you for your time and patience. Bye bye for today. Thank you. Pleasure. Bye.